Good morning, everyone. It's great to see everyone here today. I hope everyone who was here with us last evening enjoyed the evening. We were really pleased to be able to have the Irondale Ensemble with us, and that group, just to clarify, wrote that theatric presentation last night and then performed it for us, and I certainly enjoyed it, and I hope all of you did as well, and I think we also had a pretty nice time meeting each other in our second newest room, the Marjorie Desmond Oval. And it's just so exciting for us to have you in our new home. Before I get into the words of welcome, I would really sincerely like to acknowledge those supporters, the funders who have made this all possible. We are acknowledging the support of an anonymous foundation. We have support from the Comart Family Foundation, from the Communitas Charitable Fund, from Fiona Eberts, from the J.W. McConnell Family Foundation, from the International Development Research Center, from the Walter and Duncan Gordon Foundation, from the Young Fund at the Hamilton Community Foundation, and from the United States State Department. And we're really thrilled to have that support. Without that support, we really wouldn't have been able to bring everyone together, and that's what we needed. The key ingredient for this gathering was that support to actually support the travel of people to get here. So thank you so much to all of our donors. Now, I would also, of course, like to acknowledge the efforts of everyone present, because you are the ones who have found the time and the means to be with us for what we consider a watershed occasion. It was a dream that we had. I think it's well over 2 years now since we sat down and discussed with John and Jody about how we could possibly bring together these two networks, the network of the ABCD Institute, of which we feel like we are a member, and the networks of the Coady International Institute, of which I think the ABCD Institute colleagues feel that they are a member. And so how can we bring these two groups together? Because what we were seeing out there with the people we're associated with throughout the world was that so many exciting things were happening. There was just a buzz developing. And some great new innovations and some exciting things happening in places like Australia, in parts of Europe, in Ethiopia, in the Philippines, in Brazil, all over urban neighborhoods of the US and in communities across Canada. And we thought, okay, how can we possibly get these people all in one place so that they can talk to each other? And so that we can also have that rich opportunity to learn and to move forward with an action agenda, because everybody who's here is interested in moving forward. That's why we're here. We're not here just to listen to some paper and put that on the shelf when we go home. The Coady International Institute and the ABCD Institute, the co-hosts of this event, are both interested in action. What better group to be bringing together than all of you who are on the ground in your own ways involved in moving forward this conversation on how citizens and communities can lead a dynamic future for themselves. And I'm just so excited to be able to host this here in the new Coady International Institute, and I apologize for any inconveniences in terms of walking on uneven ground and that type of thing, but hopefully you will find the interior of all of our facilities pretty close to being finished. This 50th anniversary for us is, it's exciting. Of course, we are honoring our past, and we did a bit of that honoring last night with the play on the Good Society. But hopefully what you saw there is that some of those themes are very, very much relevant to us here in our world today and in our work today. And as we celebrate the 50th anniversary, the most important thing for us is the future. The best way to honor our legacy is to carry it forward in a more dynamic and innovative way to have an impact out there in the world. And we're counting on all of you to be our partners in that. I'll leave you with just one little story, which builds on a little bit of what you saw last night. There's a story that I was told by one of the former presidents here, Father Malcolm McDonnell. And he was a contemporary of Moses Coady. Actually, Father Malcolm was a very young man when he met Coady, but he at least knew him. And I said, tell me about him. Tell me about Moses Coady. And he said, well, you know, Mary, here, you know, he was receiving people from all over the world. People started coming here in 1938 from all different parts of the world. And, you know, they would come and they would see what was going on and they would share their experiences. And Coady was so excited one day. There were these Swedish cooperators here. And of course, the cooperative movement in Sweden was just really advanced and dynamic. And these Swedish cooperators, you know, were having a conversation. Coady was soaking it in, just as he was soaking it in on what was going on, what had gone on with the Rochdale Pioneers, what went on with the People's Banks in Germany, and what went on with Roy Bergengren in Boston, and what was going on with Alphonse Desjardins in Quebec. So he's soaking it all in and seeing what could be taken and learned from here. And he said, so, you know, Mr. So-and-so from the Swedish cooperators, what are you doing it for? And they said, well, you know, we're trying to create some good businesses, and, you know, and that'll be good for our society, and, you know, we're not trying to change the world or anything like that. And I guess Coady just looked at them and said, well, that's what we're trying to do. And I think everybody in this room is probably an optimist if they're involved in this kind of work. And we're all here trying to change the world in our own ways, one community at a time, and through citizen leadership. So I want to welcome you all here for this global conversation that we are going to have, and a conversation that we very much hope will lead to tremendous positive action for the people in the communities that we all work with. Thank you very much.